Hello to your beautiful ovaries oven. It's Crystal Rosas back with another episode of Crystal's Nightcap. Tonight, a UC Berkeley professor installed these awesome seesaws at the U.S.-Mexico border. Holiday Inn is making huge steps in going green. This woman from Arkansas gave back in a huge way, and I did so much yard work today.
Sit back, relax. It's Crystal's Nightcap.
Hello. I've missed you. How have you been? It's another episode of Crystal's Nightcap. This one is going to be on YouTube Tuesdays and Thursdays. Crystal's Nightcap is on YouTube. So if you want to see this radio face, you can see it over there. Subscribe to my channel at La Crystal Rosas. And for all you guys who are watching on YouTube, hello, how you doing? Again, thanks so much for hanging out with me wherever you are listening, even if it is on YouTube or that free iHeartRadio app, Google Play, iTunes. Make sure you do me a solid subscribe. Why aren't some of y'all subscribed yet? Am I going to have to throw hands? Let me know what I need to do to get you subscribed so you can get notified every single night when I drop a brand new episode. I am Crystal Rosas. I am solo today. My little cousin Esteban, if you guys saw on my socials, went to Cancun with me last week. I don't know if he's quitting. I don't know what's going on today. He just texted me, I quit. And I was like, okay. He said he couldn't come tonight. And I was like, all right. Didn't really ask him too many questions. We all know he does this for free on his own leisure just to be nice and help me out. But the show must go on. The party must continue. We're going to continue to bring out brand new episodes of Crystal's Nightcap. So I like to start it, y'all know me, with the segment I called Hand Me the Headlines. Anything that was trending, anything I saw on the news, celebrity stuff, we are going to talk about right meow. So is it safe to say that going green and being eco-friendly is kind of a trend these days? I feel like it kind of is, and there are some people who don't believe that global warming is a thing, but I think that science and statistics shows that it definitely is a thing. And I really feel this year a lot of us have been trying to go greener than we've ever gone green. So Holiday Inn is actually taking steps. They announced today that their 843 guest rooms are now going to be switching to bulk-sized bathroom amenities. Amenities. I'll be having troubles with words sometimes. So if you guys know, you go to a hotel, usually the people who clean up the hotel, the service guests, they usually have little shampoo bottles for you, little conditioner bottles, some for your body wash and whatever. And Holiday Inn is saying, no, we are going to get rid of all that. And we're just going to have bulk ones for you drilled into your showers. I have been to a hotel before that has this type of thing. Basically, you walk into your shower and on the wall is drilled, 2 or 3 big containers. Some like 24-hour fitnesses or showers and stuff like that. Public bathroom showers have soaps and conditioners and body washes like this. It's pretty much the thing where you just pump it with your hand and however much you need comes out. Some of them you can take off the cap and just dunk your whole hand in there. That's what I do. But I think this is a great way to try to cut back on waste because, when we do get those little bottles things when you go to hotels, a lot of the time some people don't use all of them. They do end up getting thrown away. You can't reuse them at hotels because that would be nasty. Imagine walking into a hotel and seeing a half-used shampoo. You are calling security, right? So I think this is a great move. I think that if we all take a step back and look at our day-to-day lives and see what we can change, see what we can do to make less of a carbon footprint here on our planet Earth, I think we can find out, come up with great solutions to help give back to our Earth. So I think this is a really great one. They said that the transition should be completed in 2021, so not next year, but the year after. They say switching to large size amenities across more than 5,600 hotels around the world is a big step in the right direction, will allow us to significantly reduce our waste footprint and environmental impact as we make the change. I have actually been to Starbucks recently, and I saw that Starbucks is cutting down on their straws as well. If you notice, they're giving out pretty much lids that just have like a little sip hole, like regular coffees. When you go to a regular coffee shop and get hot coffee, how it's just a lid with a sip hole. They're doing that too at Starbucks. Not mad at that. My mom, Miss Sandrita Rosas over here, she too be carrying around her little straws looking all bougie and cute. And I'm not responsible enough to carry a straw with me yet, but I know that I saw the beauty guru Jeffree Star on YouTube. He has a whole straw line on his website. Some really cute straws, actually, like chrome colored and pink straws, reusable straws that you can buy. I think that's a good idea too. Personally, when I go to my grocery store to go shopping, I do carry bags with me, reusable bags. Or if I end up getting the cardboard paper ones, I'll just keep reusing those. So I have a little drawer in the garage that I live in. I open that up. There's bags in there. I take them with me and I go on to Safeway and just do my shopping with the reused bag. So like I said, I think if we all take a step back, we can all do minor adjustments in our day-to-day lives to try to leave, not as big of a carbon footprint. Good job to Holiday Inn for working on this and implementing this. Hopefully it will be done by when you say. And I think a lot of other hotels should be following in these footsteps. So now I want to share some good news that I saw. This is really, really cool. There's this lady from Arkansas. And if you didn't know already, I had a whole podcast about it, how Payless shoe stores, they're going out of business. Peace out, Payless. That's really sad because my mom used to take me and my brother to Payless for back to school shoe shopping like every single year when we were younger. And the Paylesses are all closing. They're going out of business. Like I said, I did have a whole podcast about it. And this female in Arkansas, she decided that she was going to buy out all the shoes in the clothing store and donate them to kids in need. She spent over $20,000 on all these shoes. I'm like, sis, go off, give back to charity, do that thing. I think it's really awesome when people do stuff like this, and I think it needs to be pointed out. What should I be doing soon? Oh yeah, I was supposed to do it today, but there's so many things. I recently did a closet purge where like all my, out of date outfits or stuff that I really am never going to wear. I just cleaned out my whole closet and took all the clothes out. And there are some good clothes in there. Some clothes that still had tags in there that I'm just like, I'm never going to use this. But I know that a lot of other females would like to use this. So I'm going to look for a women's shelter here in the Bay Area to give back my clothes there. So maybe that's an idea that you can do. Try cleaning out your closet if you have extra time this weekend or this week to clean out your stuff that you don't use anymore, not trash, gross stuff, like anything that was just way overworn, or I know that no one's going to want to wear this. I am putting in a garbage pile, but the good stuff, I'm going to donate it to a women's shelter. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm working on this month to try to give back. I encourage you to take some time out of your day, out of your weekend, out of your week to do a little something, give back. If you have some shoes that have been lightly worn and you don't want to, throw them away per se, maybe go through all your shoes and try to see if you can give some away to people who really do need them. So now in some local news. Well, this is kind of local news. This is actually this microphone is acting all weird. This is making news across the country. There's 2 UC Berkeley professors and artists. Their names are, Ronald Rael and Virginia San Frateo. So they decided to go to the U.S. and Mexican border in Juarez. It's like by Juarez and in Texas, El Paso, Texas. And between the border wall, because it's like a fence, right? It's not like a solid wall in this particular section where this installation was put in. It is a fence, so you can essentially put a whole arm through the fence, right? So these 2 UC Berkeley professors / artists, they installed seesaws, teeter-totters, where on the U.S. side you can sit down and on the Mexico side you can sit down too, and kind of seesaw back and forth. If you want to check out the video and the really cool photos, it's up right now, lacrystalrosas.com. So basically they just wanted to kind of bring the 2 sides of the border together in this kind of co-op fun game type thing that they set up, installation. Looking at it, I got very emotional when I saw this article for the first time. I was like, wow, this is so crazy. I mean, literally the border separates such 2 completely different sides of the countries, and what's going on in Mexico, especially with all the cartels and everything like that, and the government, it's really hard. And as you probably know or can understand, that's why a lot of people in Mexico want to come to America. We have so many more rights just in working and all that. So seeing this, I was just like, man, you can literally play with people right on the opposite side of the border, and you can see them, you can have conversations with them. this seesaw it really brought so many emotions into me. I'm still shook by seeing this. Unfortunately, the Customs and Border Patrol officials did take it down pretty much the same day that it went up. It went up 2 days ago. But it's getting a lot of attention recently because that's kind of how news sometimes travels. They just decided to remove it because it wasn't pre-approved and all those things. I mean, yeah, if you don't have proper, paperwork, you can't just be installing things on our borders or whatever. But I thought it was really bold of the two UC Berkeley professors to do that. I thought it was really well designed, really cute. They're like hot pink teeter-totters, and it just looks so, so cool. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go check it out, lacrystalrosas.com. In Wendy Williams news, you guys know that I'm a huge Wendy Williams stan. That is my girl. Everyone has their own thoughts and opinions on her. Go ahead, you can have those. I do as well. But I love Wendy Williams. She started in radio like me and is like now has her own talk show. She's just like an all-around boss. I think she says whatever she says. She means whatever she says. And I love people like that who just go out and aren't afraid to say whatever they want. So there are whispers that Wendy Williams might be on the Real Housewives of New York. So I don't really watch those shows. I don't really watch the Real Housewives shows. My mom is in love and obsessed, but I don't even really have cable. I just have Netflix and YouTube that I watch. So I don't know if I really would be watching. I would force my mom to record it and go watch it at her house. But if this happens, this would be so dope. As you guys know, Wendy Williams is recently single. She just divorced her husband, Kevin Hunter, just a few months ago. Not even really. So she's living it up. She's been seen with a few boy toys. She's not even afraid to post photos with different guys and be seen with the paparazzi with different guys. So seeing her on a reality TV show, I think would be hella good. The only thing is, I feel like Wendy really likes to be in control of herself when it comes to what the public sees, right? When all this shenanigans was going down with her good-for-nothing husband, ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, she was very private and like only let us in on certain things. So we can tell that Wendy likes to be painted a certain way. And I feel like it would be hard for her to try to do a reality show because reality shows pretty much paint you however they want to paint you. And we know that Wendy is a boss. We know that she snaps at people. We know that she can have an attitude. So I don't really know if she would be able to take like a full-on reality show. From what I know, she's never really been on one. She's only done her own show, Wendy's show. And she has full control over that. So I don't know if she would really sign on. I know that Andy Cohen, the creator of The Real Housewives, is really trying to get her on. He says that he will pay her more than any other star has ever been paid on any of The Real Housewives. And if you know something about Wendy, you know she cares about that check, So maybe if the check is right, she will be down to do a Real Housewives of New York reality show. But I personally don't think that she will do that. And I don't think that she really even needs to. Like I said, I would love to see her on something like that. I would love to see her interact with other, socialites of New York City. But I think Wendy knows that she doesn't really need to do reality TV. They need her more than she would need them. I mean, she already has her own show where she can spill her own tea about her own life and say whatever she wants and sounds off on whatever she needs to. So I don't really think they're going to be able to swing this. However, money talks, and if Andy Cohen can really get those checks in line, then who's to say that it won't actually go down? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that Wendy's going to sign on to do The Real Housewives of New York City? If you're watching on YouTube, comment down below. Hit me up on socials if you have your own opinions and thoughts. All right, so now let's wander into Crystal's Cave. This is the section of the podcast where I talk about me and my life, what's going on, how my day went. My day was busy. I did a lot today. So I have like a little front patio in the garage that I live in. It's kind of a weird setup. Where I live, right? It was actually a garage. Like cars would be parked into this garage, and there's like a driveway going into it, and where like the sidewalk meets the driveway is fenced off. So your girl technically has a little patio. I have a whole little barbecue set up in the front that isn't really set up. I haven't really cared. There's like nasty fake grass that's been there for probably over 15 years, all cut up and nasty. My dad works at a retirement home. So when they had like a refurnish, like they took out all of old furniture and like brought in new ones. My dad had hella they were just like, anyone wants it, you can take it at his job. So my dad was like, hey, Mija, do you want this old patio furniture? And I was like, sure, bring it over. So I have some old, crusty, dusty, used old people viejito furniture, patio furniture, outside furniture on this like makeshift patio that is in front of the garage that I live in. This is just sounding so ghetto and ratchet, but what's new? So the like cushions are hella faded. Like there's like a long like laid back, pretty much like sun chair with cushions that smell like viejitos. There's like a whole love seat. There's one swivelly one, and then there's like a footrest thing. And it's it's cute. It needs to be upholstered, but it's kind of cute. So my mom, my parents come over to my garage all the time, and my mom is kind of disgusted by the way the patio looks because everything just looks very run down and gross and just crusty, dusty, musty. So my mom has been wanting to kind of like redo my patio. My mom is all about that house, that backyard garden life. Like her backyard should be in like one of those magazines. She has beautiful gazebo with like lights hanging up, and she's always gardening. My mom's house and backyard is just hooked up. So when she comes to my garage and sees my nasty, crusty, dusty patio furniture, she's just like, this all needs my daughter cannot be having a front garage driveway house looking like this. So my mom wanted to like redo everything, and I have like a lot of expenses I haven't even really talked to y'all about that I just can't really be spending money on redoing this front house thing that I have. So my mom doesn't care. Like she'll throw money where she wants to throw money. My mom's a straight up boss. She has her own business. She sells houses. So she has like no problem like throwing things at me that she wants to be done. So she's like, hey, Mija, can I please redo your front patio? Because it is just gross. And I'm like, sure, Mom, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. So when my mom wants to do something, she will do it. Sandra does not play games. So she went off and she bought new fake grass for me. She bought like, it's like the really thin one from Home Depot. I didn't even really ask her how much it was. I don't even know if it's that expensive. I think it might be. It might be like a few $100s. But she was like, okay, take all your dirty, nasty, crusty furniture off of it so that we can roll up your old grass and put on the new one. I was like, sure. So my dad comes and he delivers the like new grass today. And I'm rolling up the old grass and he's like, no, I'm not going to take it to the dump. It's going to be like $50 if we go to the dump. You're just going to have to cut it up and fold it so we can shove it in like our neighbors' recycled bins. And I'm just like, this is going to take so long, but okay. So there I was today on the floor. And mind you, it is huge. Like if you saw on my socials, on my Instagram story, I put up like a little, Instagram story video of what it looks like. It is huge. So I was on the floor with kitchen scissors today, cutting away at this fake grass. It probably took me like over an hour just to cut it up into squares small enough to shove into recycle bins. But I did that so that we don't have to spend $50 at the dump. And so I did that. And then we rolled out the new beautiful fake grass. It's not fake grass like actual long grass. It is literally like the grass is probably as thick as like your thumbnail. That's how thick this fake grass is. And I'm not complaining. Sandra got it for me. It looks way better than the old fake grass. But it's not grass that your like dog will run around in. You know what I'm saying? So we did that, and then we rearranged all the furniture to make it all look cute. And Sandra went to Home Depot, and she came with piles of dirt and pots and flowers and succulents. I don't know if I could even really keep these flowers alive, honestly, because I could barely even keep my cat Frappuccino alive. So me having flowers outside on the patio is going to be something else that I'm going to have to be responsible for. Not sure if I'm going to really be able to do it, but I'm going to try my best because she hooked it up. The flowers are so pretty, so cute. The way that Sandra went out here and like laid everything up. Oh, and the other part was my nephew, Alex, the little duck, he got dropped off at like 10 in the morning for me to watch him today. So whenever I watch him, I just pretty much like leave him in the living room. He's either on my phone or watching YouTube. He'll scream to me that he's hungry. I'll make him some Eggo waffles or a sandwich. He's very low maintenance, my nephew, to watch. You kind of just like let him do his thing and he is fine. He's 6 years old. But today I did need help in the front, quote, patio driveway to like sweep everything up with under the nasty old fake grass, right? So I had him out there and I was like, you know what? You're going to help me and you're going to start sweeping stuff. And he threw such an attitude. Like this 6-year-old is really not trying to do any type of work over the summer. He just wants to sit on the couch and watch YouTube on my phone. So I'm like, today you are going to work. So I put him to start sweeping, right? And he's just like, why aren't you sweeping? And I'm like, I've already been sweeping before you even got here. Don't be telling me what I need to and not need to do. And he starts telling me, all you do is watch YouTube and be on your phone. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Excuse me. First of all, I pay for my YouTube. I pay for my phone that you're always on. And while you're over here, grandma and grandpa's, when I go to work, I'm working and you're over here having dinner and watching cartoons. So if I want to sit down and take a little drink of lemonade, I can. Don't be yelling at me that I'm not doing chores because you need to be here helping me. I don't know. I just feel like I need to whip him in shape sometimes. I need to expose him to the real world and actually put him to work. So I tried my best. He was, for the most part, a good little helper, but it was just a lot of like, oh, are we done yet? Are we going to keep doing this? And it's just like, yes, we're going to keep working until the work is finished. So my mom also went to Costco and got really cute outside like patio lights. And we put those in today and they look so cute. I'm so excited. I definitely want to have like some type of backyard barbecue or something before the summer ends. Because the way my mom fixed my little front yard patio thing, it looks so cute. And I'm just so lucky and blessed to have a mom to come and just, unratchify my whole life. Because if y'all like seen how it looked, like go look on my Instagram story. It is just like, oh, Crystal, you're better than that. And I'm not better than that. But my mom thinks I'm better than that. So thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Mom, for putting in all that work, doing all the gardening, helping me with the fake new grass. Papi, too, for bringing that over. I have the best parents in the world. I am so, so lucky. I don't know what I would do without them. I know I'm so spoiled. I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. And I hope that when I have kids, I'm going to be helping them as much as my parents help me. So that's pretty much what went on with my day today. It was pretty chill, just some yard work and glamming up the back. I actually was able to record a lot of it. So I'm going to try to put together like a little YouTube video to do like a before and after and show y'all that. So there it is, you guys. That's that on that. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, listening or watching on YouTube. Another episode of Crystal's Nightcap. You know the drill. I don't want to have to fight you. Please subscribe wherever you are listening so you can get notified every single night when I drop a brand new episode. If you didn't listen to last night's episode, I talked about how y'all know the guy that I used to date, Jesus. He FaceTimed me this weekend after not talking to me in months. We haven't talked since April. It is July 30th, and he FaceTimed me this weekend. So I tell you why he FaceTimed me, what we talked about in last night's episode of Crystal's Nightcap. So there it is. Thank you so much. Love, love, love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.